Hi everybody, it's Sarah Willis again with another video. Today I'm going to be teaching about 6 steps to undoing a trauma bond. I also have another video called 9 steps to breaking a toxic soul tie. I think that's the name of it. If you want to check that out, that's also a great video if you're trying to undo trauma bonding or break a soul tie. Trauma bonding and soul ties are two different names for the same thing. It's an addictive bond that develops usually from childhood from a parent or a caregiver having narcissistic or toxic tendencies, or perhaps an adult meeting a narcissist and breaking away from that trauma bond. Trauma bonding is a horrible, horrible experience, and I'm here to assist to help others break free from this soul tie, this demonic soul tie, or this trauma bond. So if you like this video, check out my other videos, the 9 steps to breaking a toxic soul tie. But this is going to be 6 steps to undoing trauma bonding. Same information, more or less, but just presented in a different way. So the first step is to go no contact with the narcissist or the toxic person in your life. And that's kind of when we cut the cord from that person. And when you go no contact with a narcissistic personality disordered person, it's like coming off of drugs. You start to detox because you're addicted to this bond, to this soul tie, to this person. So it's going to be really hard at first. It gets way easier. So I recommend during the no contact step to get a friend or someone who cares about you to get in contact with them to help you through this. My email will be down below if you want to email me. I'd be more than happy to help you, just be there for you during this really horrible time when you're detoxing off a narcissist. It's not easy. It's so hellish, but it does get better, I promise you. So after going no contact, once you've severed that cord to that person, once you've gone no contact, there's still an open port. So say if you just went no contact and that's all you did, nothing would really change. You'd probably meet another narcissist later on to attach to that wound. So that's why it's really important. The next step, step number 2, is to self-reflect and make those internal changes, those shifts. And that's what gives salt to the wound and closes that wound up. When you see, what red flags you missed, or see how you were a part of this, or what you could have done differently, or what you need to fortify within yourself so it doesn't happen again. And a big part of this self-reflecting is really self-mastery. That's the step number 3, is self-mastery. And you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? And what I mean by self-mastery is really work on your identity, your soul mission on earth, who you were born to be, your identity. Really work on your self-worth. Get to feel your self-worth on a visceral level, at your core level, and learn how to be alone. That's another key part of self-mastery. This is a brilliant quote by Osho. It says, "The capacity to be alone is the capacity to love." It may look paradoxical to you, but it's not. It is an existential truth. Only those people who are capable to of being alone are capable of love and sharing. Well, you can read the quote. Of going into the deepest core of another person without pressuring the other, without becoming dependent on the other, without reducing the other to a thing, and without becoming addicted to the other. They can allow the other absolute freedom, because they know that if the other leaves, they will be just as happy as they are now. The happiness cannot be taken by another because it cannot be given by the other. So I know when I was breaking free from trauma bonding or soul ties, it was almost impossible to be alone. It just felt horrible. It felt like I couldn't breathe. But you really have to flex that muscle to be alone, to find out your identity. And you might be thinking, well, that's all great and wonderful, Sarah, but how the heck am I going to do that? And that's why the next step is capacity. What I mean by this is when you love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. When you love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, those revelations are downloaded to you. You'll get to know your identity through this love that you have for the Creator. You'll get to understand your worth, your self-worth, because that's the force that created you. And you will be able to learn how to be alone because you have spirit. That's how I'm able to be alone. I know now I'm never ever alone. Spirit's always with me, and I'm connected to everybody. So yeah, self-mastery. Oh yeah, better say this. You better learn how to master yourself. Okay, because if you don't learn how to master yourself, someone else will. Okay, if you don't master yourself, someone else will, and believe me, it's not to your benefit, it will be to your detriment. So master the self first. Or yeah, don't let anybody, only master yourself, don't let anybody master over you, except for the Creator. It's the only force in this universe that has authority over you. No one has authority over you. The next step, this is key, our step number 5 is surrender. In this, you won't have full control over, but you really have to surrender and submit to the Spirit, to Holy, Great and Holy Spirit. Not by will, not by force, but by God's Spirit are these chains broken. So if you have to lie flat in your face or get on your knees 10 times a day, 20 times a day, or whatever it takes to really surrender your soul to Spirit's will, to break that demonic chain, that demonic yoke that you have with the narcissist. That's a really how I broke away from trauma bonding, is through God. God broke the chain. It was a miracle. The last step, step is purpose. That's step number 6. When you have purpose, when you turn beauty from these ashes, it kind of uproots that. So remember, like the port goes down and the self-reflect, like it takes the wound away. Well, that there's still some grossness up in you. But when you, like I'm doing with my YouTube channel, I teach other people the skills that they need to have to heal from this torment. I really can't think of any other purpose you could do besides education, which is huge. We need to educate the whole world on this toxicity, on this mind virus that is narcissistic personality disorder. It has many different names, but yeah, when you bring purpose to this trauma, it makes beauty, or beauty from ashes, and it uproots all that nastiness. And then you're free. You're free. And I'm so happy to be free from trauma bonding and to assist other people. If you, like I said, if you need someone to talk to, I'm so there for you. So just reach out and email me. Much love to everyone. I pray that this video helped at least one person. You can break free from trauma bonding. You can create a life worth living. And that's a life I live with Spirit, created with Spirit. It's a co-creation with Spirit. Much love. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.